From the Kyle Chevrolet Studios in West Des Moines, welcome to Iowa Live. I am Lou, being joined by a good friend of ours, Taylor Parker, here from Consent by Iowa Hearing, as there's some things that are going to be changing in the next couple of weeks that we want to let you know about, especially when it comes to one of the most vital assets that you have, one of your senses. We're talking about hearing.
Yes. There's been a lot of talk about it for the last probably month, right? I think it was during the state fair, the president signed the bill into law that over-the-counter hearing devices will now be available as hearing aids come, I believe it's October 1st.
Okay.
And there's a lot of confusion what that means. For years and years and years, this device right here is what we test, dispense. Think of this like going to the optometrist, getting a vision test, and getting glasses specific to your loss, stigmatism, all those different things.
Right.
Specific to you. That's what these have been for. We've been in business for 22 years, so this is what we've done for 22 years. These are not changing. So this is not going to change come October 1st. Now, this right here, which we've had for about 6 months, come October 1st will now be called a hearing aid. This was a over-the-counter device where you would walk into, come October 1st, anywhere that, that can buy these will be able to sell these.
So it could be any place that basically sells headphones.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be Walgreens, it could be Osco, it could be, you name it, it could be anywhere. It'll be sitting on the shelf, and think of it very similar to cheaters for your eyes, cheaters for your ears. You're going to walk in and you're going to say, I want that box. They're going to hand you that box. You're going to go home, you're going to open it, and you're going to walk through the steps, and you're going to, it's a one-size-fits-all because there's, little tips on the end. It's kind of like, it's basically buying a Bluetooth headset. You're getting the same tips on the end. You're going to try to get it to, fit in your ear, for you, but they're a generic device that's not going to be programmed specifically for you. It's going to be, think about it just, kind of like a glorified amplifier. We're going to be able to raise and lower, but there's no hearing test. There's no, you're not visiting with us to understand.
How would you even know if this particular one there even works?
You won't. And in
you.
And in the law, it actually is written as self-prescribed, basically self-diagnosing device. So you're just diagnosing what you think your hearing loss is going to be, which, we've been doing this for over 20 years, understanding that individuals, when they come to us, because hearing loss happens typically gradually, think about it like turning the radio dial down one notch a year. Doesn't seem like a whole lot, and over a few years, then it starts to add up. But you've become accustomed to that. Well, when those individuals come in, they don't understand really the magnitude of their hearing loss until we show them, go through some different results, put hearing devices on them, go through the whole thing. You're going in your mind thinking, oh, my hearing loss isn't very bad, when people around you already know you probably do. You're going to go in and you're going to put these on. The data is already showing that about 40% or higher are already returning
40%.
Some of these devices. Yeah, because it's not doing what they expected it to do.
Not what is quote unquote promised.
Correct. Yeah, and that's the big thing. So really, what's going to happen is this definition from an over-the-counter is now going to be considered the same as this, a hearing aid.
And there's no way in the world it is.
No, they're not even close. No, because this is not done by any professional. It's done by you at home. Mm-hmm. This is only done by a professional. You can't, come October 1st, you can't just go and buy this somewhere. You're still going to have to go to an individual that's licensed, gone through everything, practices on a daily basis, true hearing and hearing loss.
Now let's show a chart, side-by-side chart of what these things are all about. And I want to just point out the cost. The cost is what really gets me. The ones you have here, you said those are $900, seriously?
Yes, $900 for this box that you go home and you will, self-treat.
Now what happens if something messes up with those? You can't take them back to the pharmacy where you bought them. They can't fix them. They can't do anything with it.
Well, and that's the other part, is the law does not state there has to be return policy. So you're going to fall under wherever you're buying them from, what their policy is, where we have a 30-day 100% money back guarantee. This is a box, and you're just getting a guarantee of what that facility.
Now, you need to get your hearing tested professionally. Yes. You need to get a professional hearing device. Easiest way people can get a hold of you, because you have plenty of locations around the state of Iowa.
Yep.
Easiest way to get a hold of you guys.
Yeah, so 15 locations around the state. We've got, go to iowahearing.com, or you can dial 866-648 9008, free hearing screening, and just, get the process started.
Right. And again, they are everywhere. They are a short drive from wherever you are. Get it done professionally. That's something you don't want to mess with. You don't want to mess with your hearing. You're going to be visiting us here in a couple of more weeks, and we'll visit more on other aspects of hearing and how important it is to
100%.
everybody's health in general.
How it's all connected. Yep.
How everything is all connected. Thank you so much, man.
Great to see
Appreciate it.
you.